Hello, I'm Caitlin Jenkins, the family law vlogger, and today on the vlog we're starting a series of new vlogs about the process of divorce. So over the last couple of years on the vlog we've covered lots of different individual topics, but what I thought it might be quite useful to do is to do a series of vlogs which I'm going to do over the next few weeks. So if you subscribe to the YouTube channel you'll receive notification of each vlog as it comes out. And the series of vlogs is going to be about the divorce process overall. Now, I appreciate that everybody's divorce is different, just as everybody's marriage and everybody's life is different. So obviously I can't cover all of the topics, and some of the topics may not apply to you. But what I thought I'd do is, if we take it from the start, around the time when people have first decided or there's been an announcement of a separation, and go through some of the key issues that apply over time, therefore, towards a financial agreement and a divorce being finalised, that might be a useful structure to follow. So today's vlog is just looking at the immediate things to think about and do if you've either come to the conclusion that your marriage is over, or if your spouse has decided and made an announcement that they think the marriage is over. So there are a few things just to think about at this stage. The first thing I would say is actually just to pause, take a breath, think about things. Whether you're the person, whether it's a mutual agreement to separate and divorce, whether you're the person who's decided that that's the thing to do, or whether you're the person on the receiving end of some news that your other spouse thinks that there should be a divorce. Divorce is a huge deal. It's a very big deal for the individuals. It's a very big deal for children. It's a big ripple effect out to the wider family. And so actually pausing and taking a breath and really considering what the best next steps for you and your family are can be really, really important. So what might you want to think about doing as you pause and take that breath? Well, the first thing I would say actually, and this may be a bit of a surprise because I'm a solicitor, but is that perhaps seeing a solicitor immediately might not necessarily be the first thing on your list. Now it might be, depending on your circumstances, and we'll come to that in a minute, but it might not be the most important thing. The divorce is of course a legal process, and there are practical implications and there are legal implications, but there are also huge emotional implications. So my advice always to new clients when I speak to them or see them for the first time is to think about getting support not only on the legal side but on the emotional side. So to consider some counselling or therapeutic support from somebody who specialises in this sort of field, who's used to helping people through this divorce process on the emotional side. Now that counsellor or therapist might help you as an individual, might help you as a couple, and it might be about some form of exploration of a possibility of reconciliation, but it might not. But either way, it would be emotional support for helping you and therefore your partner and therefore any children you may have and wider family to get through this with the emotional support you need, because it is an emotional as well as legal process. So then the next thing I would consider, and it is in this order, is to think about practicalities. So to write a list perhaps of all the things that you're worried about. Who's going to pay the bills? Is the mortgage being paid? What are the arrangements for the children? Are there any changes that are going to come up right now if there's going to be a divorce on foot? And to write that list and see the extent to which there's agreement between you and your partner, if you can communicate at all, about things you're just going to leave as they are and things that you need to discuss. Because often what people decide to do is not change very much at all. Maybe one partner moves out, that would be a big change. But in terms of the practicalities of paying bills and where the children are and those sorts of things, just because somebody wants a divorce and there might be a separation doesn't necessarily mean that everything will change immediately. But it's important to try and get ahead of that and at least have a list of the things that you're concerned about. If you can agree those arrangements, then great. If you can't, then at least you know what the concerns are. And then the next thing I would consider doing, and it is, as I say, in this order, is perhaps having what I would call a what-if meeting with a solicitor. So it's not a meeting with a solicitor necessarily to immediately press buttons, going ahead on divorce absolutely immediately, particularly if one of the couple want the divorce a bit more than perhaps the other does, or the other needs some time to adjust to the idea of a divorce. In a what-if meeting with a client, I would look at all of the issues. What if this marriage really is over? What might the arrangements look like for our children if we have any? What might the arrangements look like financially in the short term? What might we do with the house and the mortgage and all of those things in the short term? And then what might we do for the longer term finances? What might be the bigger picture financial outcome? Because then the information is power in some respects, and at least you're forewarned, you're sort of forearmed, you understand what the sort of environment is within which you're going to be having to make some decisions. And with those practicalities, with that legal advice and with that emotional support, then I think clients tell us they're then best placed to actually really start making some decisions or thinking about what might be the next step on the road to them for divorce and separation. So those are my top tips in this initial vlog about what you might do if you're contemplating divorce or your partner has said they want to get a divorce. As always with the Family Law Vlog, this is only general information, and if you need advice about your situation, then please do contact me or one of my colleagues at Mills & Reeve, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you. Look out for further vlogs about the next step on the divorce process, which will follow shortly and over the next few weeks.